The Zimbabwe National Army has placed perceptions around the Citizens Coalition for Change, the CCC leader Nelson Chamisa, at the heart of its recruitment exercise. The City Times can reveal Army recruits who qualified for the second phase of vetting after running a timed 10-kilometer marathon last month were examined over their opinions on the 44-year-old leader of the country's minor opposition. The City Times interviewed two people who took part in the vetting exercise and corroborated the information. The CCC said it was appalled by our findings. After undergoing a medical examination, the recruits were set down for a written test which featured 23 questions, starting with requirement to pen a 2-page biography. The young would-be soldiers were stunned, however, when they were asked for their opinions on Chamisa, a lawyer leading Zimbabwe's biggest opposition party, formed only in February. It was the last 3 questions which were quite political. One said, speaking on condition they were not to be named. According to their recollections, the would-be recruits, knowing the military's bias towards the ruling party, the ZANU-PF, were forced to lie to show their affinity to the party that has been in power for the past 42 years. One question asked, given the history of Zimbabwe, which you know, how do you view Mr. Nelson Chamisa being the next head of state? Another question asked, Zimbabwe is facing economic challenges. Which political party do you wish to win in 2023? One of the people who spoke to the City Times said the final questions asked if Chamisa could win the 2023 harmonized elections and required them to give reasons why. It is not known what the correct answers were, according to the military chiefs. The shock recruitment methods, which appeared aimed at excluding opposition supporters, have alarmed the CCC. The military top brass, according to sources, has in recent years ordered recruiters to give preference to young recruits who attended rural schools, owing to a perception that those who attended city schools are aligned with the opposition. If these reports are true, this represents the most egregious and appalling abuse of a state institution, which should be politically colorless, a spokesman for Chamisa has said. President Chamisa believes that the military should outlive any president, and that is wrong to personalize the institution. We note, however, that this is a tacit admission that the CCC is the next government in Zimbabwe, and a few gatekeepers holding everyone hostage are sensing the same. A retired former ranking military officer told the City Times that the new recruitment system established by the Zimbabwe National Army was unheard of. In the past, it was always the timed run, your BMI, and your documents, including education certificates, he said. What you are saying doesn't surprise me, because for the last 2 intakes or so, there was a silent program to reject people from city schools, the perception being that they are the opposition youths. Questions sent to the Zimbabwe National Army spokesperson had not been answered. The military has intervened in political affairs over the past 4 years in Zimbabwe, starting with the 2017 coup to resolve a ZANU-PF factional fight. President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who succeeded Robert Mugabe after the putsch, once again called on the army to quell opposition protests in August 2018 and January 2019 following his disputed election victory.